and you will be able to see the lesson that we prepared for today. So let me minimize this screen, and this is actually prepositions. We're going to learn about off, in the corner, around the block. Those are some of the prepositions that we will be working on during this lesson, mainly to continue improving agility and speed while speaking English. So let's go. It is important to pay attention to the pronunciation and practice as much as you can. Along the next couple of weeks, we are going to study step by step the different words. For now, we are going to start with of. That will be the first preposition, and from. Later on, we will continue learning more prepositions and more vocabulary. So let's take a look at these examples. The first one we got here. Let me highlight it. This is a map of Spain. This is a map of Spain. The map is from the Geographic Society. The map is from the Geographic Society. So those are the first ones. Let's continue. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Let me change the red color for a moment and this to green to highlight the information in green. We're going to work to identify in the maps using the pronoun, demonstrative pronoun this. Okay, this. Let me minimize the screen for a minute and let's go. This is a map of Spain. And I'm going to do the following. I'm going to change this for a minute here. And let's go with this. Let me see if I can highlight it. Nope, it's not allowing me to do it. Let me do it the other way. Okay, this is a map of Spain. This is a map of Spain. This is a map of Europe. This is a map of Asia. Okay, so we have those examples. This is a map of Spain over there. This is a map of Europe. This is a map of Asia. Asia. Perfect. Good job. Let's continue. So be careful because the pronunciation for this word it will be something along the lines of Asia. Asia. And this. Always be attentive that the word this has this special sound in the mouth. So it will not be this, it will be this, this. It's like the following. It will be something along the lines of the following. You will be pronouncing something like this. T, Z, H, and Z again. This, this, this. Now, that is like a T, but actually it it might be a D as well. This, this. So just after the D, if you were a Spanish speaker, the D sound, you will add like a Z as in Zulu or a zebra, a Z sound. So let's go with the sentence. This is a map of Europe. The other one was this is a map of Spain. And the last one was this is a map. This is a map of Asia. Asia. So let's try to do those again, just one last time. So we have this is a map of Europe. This is a map of Spain. Remember the E sound, it will be only the S pronunciation in this one. This is a map of Asia, meaning that in order to pronounce this word correctly, you will not use the E sound like Spanish words. If you say Spain, Spain, it will be incorrect because this E sound is not pronounced, only the S sound. So it will be something along the lines of Spain, Spain, Spain. You will not have to pronounce the E sound that they use for native speakers most of the time. So remember, this is important. Spain. Good job. Keep going. Now let's go with this other map. Let me change to a blue color for now. It will be a light blue. And we are going to do the following. This is a map of Italy. This is a map of Germany. This is a map of Great Britain. Let's go one more time. Repeat after me. This is a map of Italy. Right there. This is a map of Germany. This is a map of Great Britain. Good job. Keep going. So this actually is like Britain. It's actually the A and the E sound is not audible in that sense that the correct pronunciation will be something along the lines of this is a map of Great Britain. So it will be more like this pronunciation, Britain. Only the end will be pronounced in this sentence. So let's practice that one more time. Let's go with this, please. This is a map of Great Britain. This is a map of Great Britain. Britain. It's a little bit difficult to pronounce, but there is actually a way that you can practice. Let me stop sharing for a moment and let me share the sound with you. I need to use the speaker for that specific sound for some reason. So let me work on that. Give me just a second, please. And I'm going to move to speaker. Let me share the sound so you will be able to see what I'm talking about. There's a website called Cambridge Dictionary. So just go to Cambridge and let's go to Cambridge Dictionary. In this one, we're going to do the following. We're going to click on it and type Britain so we can hear the pronunciation from both United Kingdom and USA, United States of America. So let's be patient. Let's wait for a couple of seconds until we finally can validate that we are a human and the system is now stuck there. Let's type the word Britain. Britain. And let's go ahead and listen to the pronunciation. Okay, let me check the volume for a moment so you can hear it as best as possible. Perfect. Let's go. Let's go with this. Britain. Pretend. Pretend. So it will be something along the lines of pretend. Britain, Britain. So that's what we have for this validation. Let me just return to the previous sound that we have. So continue with the lesson. I hope that you have practiced with me. Let me continue with the lesson for now. So this is what we have, and let me just finish something important real quick. Let me just work on this for a moment, and then we can continue with the lesson. Give me just a second. So the last sentences that we were um, working on, this is a map of Italy. This is a map of Germany. This is a map of Britain. Perfect. Good job. Keep going. Let's go with these other ones. This is a map of France. This is a map of Russia. This is a map of Russia. This is a map of Canary Island. Okay, be careful because the S is not being pronounced here in this word. So it will not be Iceland, it will be island. So be attentive and be careful because the S is muted. We will not be pronouncing, we will never pronounce the S in this word. So if you're saying Iceland is incorrect, you are wrong, it's incorrect. What is the correct manner? What is the correct way to do it? Island, island, meaning that the S sound is muted. It's not necessary. We will never be using the S sound in this word. Okay, let's continue with the lesson. Let's go, let's go. This is a map of South America. This is a map of South America. This is a map of North America. This is a map of North America. This is a map of India. Now, remember that the difference to Spanish that we will be using the close to the country of India. In the English pronunciation, we will not use the. The that will not be used. That pronoun is not necessary. That article of the is not necessary here. So if you say this is a map of the India, it will be incorrect. Just with of India, that will be enough. You will be all covered. So be attentive of that, be careful, and the correct pronunciation will be, and the correct sentence will be, this is a map of India. Because the article is not necessary. You don't really need the in this case or in this sentence per se. Good. Let's continue. Let me change to a red color for now. And maybe this one I will change it to blue. Okay. Okay, let's go with this one. This is a map of Africa. Okay, this is a difficult one. We're going to look for Africa there in a moment just to validate. This is a map of Italy. This is a map of the world. Let me just validate that word Africa, just in case, because it might be a little bit tricky or difficult to pronounce. So I'm going to go with Africa. Let's listen to it. Africa. It will be Africa. It's actually Africa. So it will be similar to Spanish pronunciation. It will be Africa. So this is a map of Africa. This is a map of Italy. This is a map of world. This is a map of Africa. This is a map of Italy. This is a map of the world. Nevertheless, and the article the is important to use it sometimes, like in this example. we are saying this is a map of the world, that is mandatory. It is required all times. So this is a map of the world. In that case, we will need to use this article, the. The. It will be used here. Okay, let's continue with the lesson. Let me change to another color. Let's go with yellow here. This is a map of Great Britain. This is a map of Spain. This is a map of Australia. So let me just go with Australia here. Give me just a second there. Let's go with Australia. Australia. Let's validate the pronunciation here. Australia. 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 Okay, that will be the right one. Australia. So this is a map of Australia. This is a map of Australia. Good. Keep going. Okay, let me change colors for a second here. Let's continue moving forward. This is a map of South America. This is a map of Africa. And in this case, this is not actually this. This is actually that. That's a map of Africa. So maybe I was not pronouncing this one correctly. This is actually, that is a map of Spain. Let's see. Okay, they were actually changing, and during the last couple of sentences, they were actually changing that, this for that. So be careful on that, because maybe I wasn't pronouncing it right at some specific moment. That is an object that is out of reach, is far away. So that is a map of Spain. That is a map of Spain. That's a map of Africa. See, the object is a little bit far. That's a map of Italy, if it was the same example. But in this case, is actually close. So it will be, this is a map of Italy. Now, look at those. And let me just change colors for a minute. This isn't a map of Russia. It's a map of Asia. This isn't a map of Europe. It's a map of France. This isn't a map of Spain. It's a map of South America. Now, I made a mistake. Did you notice what I made? The mistake? I was saying this, but it's actually that again. So it's an object that is far away, that is not close, it's far. So the correct pronunciation for this second example, it will be, that isn't a map of Europe. It's a map of France. Let's go one more time. That isn't a map of Europe. It's a map of France. Okay, let's go with the next couple of samples. This isn't a map of India. It's a map of Europe. That isn't a map of Great Britain. It's a map of Africa. This isn't a map of Germany. It's a map of India. So when we are using the contraction, there's two ways. You can say that isn't or that's not. That's not. Those are the two options that we currently have. I think that we have covered enough for today. It's been an amazing experience working with you, learning about these, using this, that, of for the different countries and the maps that we have been working along together. Next lesson, we are going to learn about in and where. So for the meantime, it's been a pleasure working with you today in this lesson. Take care, boys and girls. Until next time, my name is Cesar Alonso, and I will see you at the top of success. Goodbye. Let me just stop the recording for a moment. Okay, let's go.